Now, Shauna, you have experience with the rails.
Yeah.
And I was curious. I watched a video on rails because I have a full SCS set up and all their front channels and the front speakers. And I was wondering about the high level inputs. Did you ever try that? Where they?
I did. I like, you know, it works. It's like,
What do you mean,
like, is it magical beans?
I don't think I would want to. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I didn't really notice a huge difference whether from there. I mean, it's supposed to like impart like the characteristics
sound,
of the amplifier into the sound of the bass. Yeah. Okay, all right. I don't fucking hear a thing. So, you know, like anything different than just going LFE. So
would you say, like, are you still running Ralph now for your subs?
Yeah, but those ones upstairs in the those 15s do not have high level inputs. That's their HT or home theater line. So it doesn't have high level inputs. That's mostly for their T9 or T7 or something X and then above, right?
Yeah.
As far as their lines go.
I guess a further question would be, I was thinking I got a PV4000 and I recently I got a 7 to 4. I added a second sub for near field and it just blew me away. I'm like,
yeah.
It's Michael's getting everybody on that. He got me on that near field sub thing.
Subwoofer right at the butt. Right at the butt.
Near field's an experience, man.
Disappoints you though too, because if you lean forward, because it's by my couch,
sure.
You notice it's not coming from the whole front stage. It's like right next to you, and it's on. It's kind of like, but it doesn't bother the whole house.
Right.
That's cool. But long story short, I was thinking I got the PV4000 in the front and this BIC,
big acoustic.
Yeah. I bought this when I first started the hobby like 4 or 5 years ago, and it's resonating like crazy between probably 40 and 90 hertz.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was going to ask all you guys, Michael, Joe, Shauna, what do you think? Stay with SVS and go. I was thinking of sealing up the ports on the PV4000 and buying a bunch of like 2 or 3 more SVS sealed subs because they could fit in the room better.
Gotcha. Because they're smaller. Yeah.
You know,
I like it.
Yeah. I'm just wondering, like, would I lose much with, the low end? Because
I don't think you'd lose much. I think you'd gain a whole lot. But
let me ask you this first. Have you had a chance to measure what you have first? Like with
the walls cracking and
So, but as far as the actual frequency,
I didn't do the REW like know.
So my recommendation is always start there, because just throwing more subs at at your room doesn't necessarily mean that that's going to be beneficial. So if the more subs you add, the more you're going to need something like a mini DSP, an REW, and a calibration mic.
Doesn't the DSP doesn't it come with the SVS already?
Somewhat, but there's going to be limitation on to be able to time align them. There's a lot more you can do.
8012 now and in the 724.
Yeah.
Genuine, I guess, 2 subs and they're time aligned. I did the Odyssey with the microphone, level matched, all that nerdy stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't go in the REW software and go further with it. I was just feeling that it was huge improvement, even with that BIC piece of shit. We should have been like nuked before they even sold it, because
it's a budget sub. It's a budget sub.
I mean, so it got you started. It was good then. That's all.
Maybe use it at a computer or something like that, right? You won't.
The big sub could actually be fixing some acoustic issues that you're having in the room.
This is also true. This is also true. This could also be happening.
No, I don't have any acoustic issues now. It's just the tactile or the tactical response Michael talked about.
The tactical response, bro. Michael.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Tactical.
But think about this though. So you haven't measured your room, right?
Yes, sir. No.
Okay. So if you haven't measured it, so you may be getting massive bass but you actually may be getting, let's just say that bass that you're hearing, let's just say is from 40 to 50 hertz, and there's just massive bass there. But let's say 30 hertz to 20 hertz, you're getting almost no bass. So your brain is going, man, I'm feeling bass. My walls are shaking. And so we think that we've got everything kind of dialed in just because we can feel it. But ideally, you want all of those frequencies kind of to have pretty equal bass. So if it's playing 16 hertz, you should be, let's say, at 90 dB. If you're at 22 hertz, 90 dB. If you're at 50 hertz, 90 dB. Because if you got these big peaks, I'm just saying, like,
he's just saying a number.
Okay, yeah,
right.
Yeah. So if you crank up the volume,
I do everything like you guys. You guys are definitely, all three of you, and like your own videos have definitely helped me on my hobby here.
Good,
but,
man.
Yeah, Michael, you especially,
and Sean,
and Joe.
Oh, thank you.
And who's the other guy?
Aaron.
Aaron. Yeah.
That's what he gets for not being here. See,
I know, right? Yeah. No, he's trying to put in some more hair.
But yeah, that's just my biggest thing.
I can't stop. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying that's my biggest thing. I'm always hesitant to tell somebody just go buy another something, because sometimes the issue is maybe your current subwoofer is in the wrong location. And I know we're all limited where we can put that, but I found in my room, sometimes I can literally move a subwoofer 2 feet and get a crazy different frequency response than where it was.
I did that. I'm just saying, the only thing I threw out there when I started this, maybe I should have clarified. The BIC is a piece of garbage.
Mm-hmm. Right, that's correct.
It's buried at the bottom of the ocean. But the PB4000 is phenomenal. But I did notice when I started the hobby, like, oh, why do I even want another sub? This is so much bass. It's so insane. Oh my gosh, it's retarded. Correct. I get it. But that little PB near field one is just resonating. I'm just saying I'm going to replace it no matter what. I just
sure.
Okay, so the big you're using as a near field.
Phenomenal gain.
Yeah.
Yes. Big is just near field, right? And you know what's interesting though is near field. Typically, I think based on what Michael has said before, is you want those to handle the really low frequencies, right? So I don't think that the big is going to be able to handle those, like 30, 20, 15. 10. It's not going to do those. So
I think even Aaron measured it, and it went down to indeed like the mid 20s maybe, but
it's not bad.
Noticed I didn't do it, but I didn't see the frequency on REW. I just saw your guys' channels and saw the videos, but I'm still going to go forward with the upgrade. It was just there's not a problem. Like I'm trying to explain.
So
everything is pretty much, the room is not getting overpowered. I know that feeling. It's just that I'm going to replace this BIC with something better, and I was just thinking,
so I'll give you a different answer
too, and
I'll give you a slightly different answer from Michael. Anytime you can add more good subs, as long of course you don't want to waste money, right? There's gonna be a point where you're like, really,
hey, I'm all about it. Let's waste some money.
Chana's like, got a problem? Credit card,
Let's throw some money at the problem.
But with some good DSP, right? Good placement. You're almost guaranteed to be able to make your bass sound better by placing more subs, because you can fix more of the room modes and you're increasing your overhead, right? Or is that the right term? Overhead?
So that so
you can DSP it a little bit more, and still have enough bass to play.
I think you were talking about headroom.
Headroom, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, headroom.
Overhead,
so you can kind of back it down because you've got more to work with.
Yes.
So, but again, going back to what I'm saying, if he doesn't measure that, he's just completely guessing. That's what I'm saying.
And the other thing,
pretty much.
Looking for the Magic Bean settlement too. I'll take you up on that one.
Yeah,
what is it? So I had a PB4000 in the living room, and it was good. It was just a little too big. And then I switched out to the 2 sealed Rel 15-inch, and then
that's what I hear.
That was good. And since it's in the living room, I can't really move it around, so it's like right there by the fireplace. That's where they live. That's it. And then they're notorious for not going too low, but with Joe's Magic Beans, he got these this time around. We got it to 10 hertz. hitting
Yeah.
80.
I'm like,
80
let's
dB
abuse them.
and
Let's make them.
yeah. And good God, they're just like my room is like
my room's like yours with the high ceilings. I have that problem, but it's on one side only. So there's like maybe 12 and a half, 13 feet high ceilings and to 9.
Yeah, that's so mine's like a big slant, right? It's a big slant.
Yeah, but
right?
I got a connecting bathroom, so I can shut the door and it definitely seals the room. Yeah. But go on.
Oh, yeah, so, and with the 4,300 cubic feet opening up to a kitchen, opening up to a stairwell, the two 15-inch sealed do more impact than the PB4000, just because they're moving a lot more air. There's more surface area, moving a lot more air.
The musicality was much better because I definitely.
Oh, I mean, yeah, they're tighter. When I was having the PB4000, I would use it in an extended mode where you plug up one of the ports, so it was like going down to like 18 hertz or something ridiculous like that.
Went down to supposedly 14 or with extended mode. Yeah, but go on.
Something like that. But usually when I was doing 2-channel listening, I would not use the sub. I would just use my towers. And until Joe did the first Magic Beans on the Denon I had, then I was just like, whoa, I don't need towers anymore. Now the subs integrate so well now with 2-channel listening.
You didn't need towers to get the books.
Yeah. So it saved me a little bit of money that way too.
Well, you definitely stand behind the rails then over another SVS.
I mean,
or something like that.
For me, like having 2 rails stacked that were sealed, it takes up a lot less space in the room, not only physically but also visually, right? Because it's a big fucking box, that 4,000 in a theater.
It's a washing machine, Jack.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
175 pounds.
Yeah, that thing was no joke. No joke.
It's like you don't mistake it in the room. It's like, how deep? What? I mean, it's not.
I mean, no, but I mean, no joke. It's like a little beast just lurking in the corner. All of a sudden, boom! Like the whole house, wine glasses are shaking and windows rattling. I'm like, oh, there it is. It's on. It's there.
Exactly. I have it set on that like that mode too, where it blinks it's what it is. And like I turn it on and off. And I'm like, I forgot why I turned it off. I don't want to see it anymore. Stop blinking. 4,000. I'm live.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I would probably go for the SVS stuff for home theater.
Yeah, might as well.
Really?
Yeah, I think I like the rail stuff. I haven't reviewed it, but I would recommend it maybe to somebody who doesn't have access to DSP and they don't want DSP. They're just going to do a 2-channel system, and that's their.
I'm digging deeper into this hobby, and I hear you guys with the DSP. I was just ill-informed. I thought that when a subwoofer like the SVS line came with it, I thought that was the whole thing. I didn't know there was extra.
It has built. All right, so like the SVS subwoofer has 3 PEQ settings that you can use. So basically, there's
on that right now.
Yeah, there's 3 different.
PEQ3, I'm set hot.
Yeah, so you can set one. And again, this is where you need to measure, because you just randomly adjusting that won't do anything. So let's say you take your measurement and you realize, okay, at 50 hertz, I'm let's say 6 dB higher than I am at every other hertz. Okay, so that's when you go into that PEQ and add -5 decibels to say PEQ1 at 50 hertz, and then you set your Q, which is how wide that that range, I guess, that it's
the adjustment,
yeah. So you set that.
It's a quotient.
Yeah. So
the Q.
You only have 3, right? That's the problem. You only have 3 for
right. So and then so how many do you have with the DSP controller box?
So mini DSP, I think
10.
I was about to say 9. So so there's
10.
quite a bit more.
But also you can delay. You can add delay to it, or actually, there's just more you can do.
Yeah, there's more functionality.
And I went 20 at 20 hertz. I boosted that 3 dB, and I made the little peak or whatever the range.
Correct.
Just made it 20, and then I noticed it was better. That's what I like, because I ran the Odyssey software and you put that dynamic EQ in there. It's just too hot. It's just too much.
Yeah.
It's just everything is amped up. But doing that PEQ3 was just like Oh, that's just what I needed.
Yeah. And, interesting thing also is you're kind of mentioning how you're using this a much more capable sub in the PB4000 PB, right?
Right.
And then you have that big big acoustics that's
it's a ported BIC too, but it's just a piece of
of BIC.
Yeah, it's big.
So
trash, a throwaway.
What's interesting though is there are ways to kind of integrate that into your system using advanced techniques. But if you don't want to,
all you got are upgrades.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, forget that. Use it for your computer speakers. They'll be nice for that. And then I would say go ahead and pick up your other question was, can you pick up some of the smaller subs and have that integrate if you seal the PB4000, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I do run out of space. I was thinking maybe I looked at the stats, the specs, and the PB3000 versus I was thinking maybe one or two PB16 sealed, and they're very close. But I was thinking maybe two sealed PB3000s.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So what is that? What are the 3000? How much do those run?
Those are the SB3000s.
How much are they?
Well, no, the sealed one for the PB3000 are K1000.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they go up to for the sealed PB16 or 4, it's like 1700.
Yeah, I got you.
Like that.
Let me kind of show you real quick. I don't know. Oh, you have a video off, right? But I have the measurements from yours, Chana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
put them on the screen.
Hold on a second. The other thing you might want to think of is if you do get those other subs, do you want them to all play equally? So here's some things to think about, right? Before you give me a call, like, do you want them all to play equally, right? Meaning, if let's say they all have the same capability, do you want them to all reach their max kind of at the same time, right? So you're kind of utilizing them all equally, or because what that would mean is it's a little tough, because if you have a near field sub, then that's going to be louder, right?
Right.
Or do you want it so that they all perceptually sound the same? So the near one will sound about the same level as the one that's 14 feet away, like Jana, right? In order for that to sound perceptually
for the PB4000.
Yeah,
literally, it's maybe 14. Okay, my room is 13 at the top of the peak of the roof, high ceilings, and then it goes like 9 on the slope side of the ceiling. It's about 22 feet long by 14 feet deep.
Okay.
I'm sitting sideways with the room, so all the equipment's along the long width of the wall, the 22 feet, and I'm literally probably 5 feet from the PB4000, and I'm about 7 to 10 inches from the little BIC. So I'm everything's good. It just I was like, wow, this is every little modification that you guys suggest and talk about on your channels has made a vast improvement.
That's awesome. Good to hear.
I'm running the Parasound amps, all that stuff you guys talk about.
Look at you.
All right. Yeah,
I went
giddy up.
I went from the Emotiva Gen 5, Gen 3, 5 channels. Yeah. I was like, this is good. And I'm running with that in concert, the channels on the Marantz 8012.
Yep.
And then I saw your channels, and I was like, okay, check it out. Went to one Parasound A51. I'm like, what? It was just much, I don't know. I know you guys argue about this stuff constantly. I get it. Whatever subjective hearing does, but I liked it. And I got 2 Parasound A51s now.
That's damn. Zach from Dream Media was here, and he, I was doing a tour of my system upstairs, and he's like, Parasound A51. I'm like, yeah, it's putting out 250 watts by 5 into 8 ohms.
Heavy as hell.
And if you have 4 ohm speakers, they're 400 watts with all 5 channels driven.
Exactly.
And my little bookshelves are rated at like 150 watts or whatever. I was just a complete overkill, unnecessary. But hey, sounds great.
When you get an amplifier though with like submarine door handles on it, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I almost fell over like trying to get it out of the box, and I'm like, I gotta flip this thing over. Like, just getting it on the table was a chore.
Like, what?
Yeah,
it's ridiculous weight. Yeah, almost fins on the outside of it too are just like very like, well, this thing's like a medieval piece of wood. Yeah, and it does bring the thunder. It's nice, but I'm just saying, I've learned all these things from you guys. I'm just going forward with the
cool, man.
Going to 2 subs from 1, I kept thinking, it's not going to make a difference. Whatever. Just like I thought with 5.1, I'm like, why would I want 7? it was bed layers. What the hell? Oh, you got it surround. I'm like, what? This is great. And then, I went to 2 high channels.
Never ends.
Yeah. The journey is the fun part.
I'm like, I get more into the hobby. It's crazy.
Just enjoy the journey, man.
For sure. Well, thanks for calling, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, dude.
Keep us up to date.
Sorry to talk to you guys.
No, you're good.
Oh, you're good.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right.
Hey, take
Have a
care.
good night.
Have a great week.
Thanks for the call.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.